So this US dollar Japanese yen analysis for Friday the 6th of April. Now let's just have a brief look whatever price then we price may likely go. So here on the US dollar Japanese yen, we've had this move to the downside. Well, the move to the downside was punctuated by a fine support in around at 105.80, or slightly below the 105.80 actually. Didn't quite get down towards that 105.60, but in around the 105.70s, we've had a strong move to the upside. Sharp sell-off pullback down towards a 400 period average. Had this strong move to the upside. Minor pullbacks, retracements. Wouldn't even call them pullbacks, to be honest. Minor retracements to the upside. We've had this move beyond this 107.32. Very strong, large candle, suggesting it might just be a somewhat exhaustive move by the bulls. After which we did see the sell side momentum come back into the market, not being able to hold this 107.32. Came down towards this 107, found support, and again we've broke back above this 107.32. So we're seeing some strength here in the US dollar against Japanese yen, or some yen weakness. But what we are seeing is a progression here to the upside. So if we can continue to hold on to this 107.32, we're then looking for progression here up towards that 108.13, the very next key important level marked out here in red. Now if we do see sufficient volatility to bring us beyond the 108.13, the very next level that we are looking at here on the US dollar Japanese yen will be a move up towards that 108.80, which I would expect to be the far end of the range here on the US dollar Japanese yen. So in around the 108.80, I would expect to be the far end of the range, while we're being aware of this 108.13, where we could see further sell side momentum re-enter the market. If, however, we do turn around from where we are at present or at the 108.13, we look to see if 107.32 does hold the support. Successful break from which we're looking for price to move down towards our 106.94. It is a pretty tight trading zone here, but to move down towards our 106.94, and if we do see sufficient volatility to the downside, we're looking for price head down towards our 106.32, where we do have the added confluence of the 200 period moving average, thus increasing the likelihood of potentially finding support at 106.32. And again, beyond 106.32, I don't anticipate pricing moving beyond 106.32, but if beyond 106.32, 105.55 is another key important level of consideration, with the 400 period moving average sitting at the 106. Again, another back of the mind level of our interest. Now, let's just have a brief look at the daily chart to see how price is developing before we wrap up here on the US dollar Japanese yen. So on this US dollar Japanese yen, what we did see was we did have price come down, found major support in around 104.65, had a strong move upwards, had this rather deep retracement, but we've kept the value of this candle intact, as we have not invalidated it by trading below its lows of this pretty large candle here. We've had this move, brief pullback, and we've had a breakout above the highs. So we do have our lows here, a higher low. So the market does appear to be turning around from this trend here, which is to the downside. We could see further retracement upwards here on the US dollar Japanese yen. So we are seeing that upwards move, and the levels previously identified in around 108.13, 108.80 are the very next levels that we are looking at here to the upside before looking at the 109.50. With that said, that wraps up the US dollar Japanese yen analysis. Thanks for watching.